Hey, how are you today? I have a few questions for you, nothing too serious, but let's see how you do. See this glass? Seems like a very ordinary glass, doesn't it? As you can see, this glass has water in it. If you had to describe this glass, would you say it's half full, or would you say it's half empty? Look at this picture. Look at it. Would you describe this as partly sunny, or would you describe this as partly cloudy? Do you think life is full of cherries or full of pits? Well, many of these questions need a rocket scientist to figure them out. The answer tells a lot about the kind of person you are. For example, if you see this glass as half full, then you have a positive outlook on life. You are an optimist. If the sky is partly cloudy, there's a good chance you see things in a negative way, and you have a pessimistic point of view. Now, there's been a lot of research done recently to determine whether something people always think the worst. These people are called negaholics. Pretty good word, huh? A negaholic is someone who always sees things in a negative way and can't recognize the positive in anything, including themselves. Ask yourself these questions to see if your outlook on life is less than rosy. Do you constantly dwell on things that didn't quite work out for you? Do you think you've been cursed for life with bad luck, always using the phrase, with my luck? Or overly critical of yourself? Are you unhappy with the way you look, the way you speak, or how you carry yourself? Do you think that what you have to say is totally unimportant, that your opinion doesn't matter, so why give it? Are you afraid to try new things because you just think you're gonna fail? I hope you're having an answer yes to these questions, because you see people with this kind of defeatist attitude can really only succeed at one thing, and that one thing is being defeated. Constantly scaling yourself only serves to keep you down. It makes you doubt your self-worth, and even worse, you convince yourself that nothing good will ever happen in your life. People who are negaholics follow a destructive pattern. They always think the worst will happen. Well, this kind of thinking actually becomes addictive, and also makes it increasingly difficult to face every day that passes by. Pretty soon the pessimists will be so caught up in this pattern of negative thoughts, that even when something good does happen, then they'll think they'll have to pay for it later, and they'll be bad at it to follow. Now, lots of factors influence your outlook on life. For instance, if you grew up in a household where your parents always said negative things, chances are you'll have a negative view. If you were scolded for failures, or if you were compared to an older brother or sister, it's going to lead to a self-image. And if you really think you're a failure, and you also think you don't deserve happiness or success, a traumatic event like divorce or death can always lead a pessimist to believe that life doesn't hold any happiness or goodness for them. And you have to admit, if you're living under your own harsh criticism, then life is not full of cherries for you. But it doesn't have to be that way, believe me. Pessimism can be reversed. If we without effort, it may follow some of these very simple rules. Stop putting pressure on yourself. The more you expect out yourself, the harder you will fall when you don't succeed. Stop putting so many demands on yourself to measure up to some imaginary ideal. Recognize your strengths and talents in a realistic way. Give yourself a lot of credit every once in a while. Take a few minutes and sit back and think about all the things that you do well. And don't be afraid to admit that you have talents. Yes, that you do a good job. Put an end to that little inner voice inside of you that tells you that you're not good. I mean, we all have self-doubts. We can't let them get the best of us. If you're sharing, you're just saying, oh, you're so stupid. You're no good. And tune it out as quickly as you can. Finally, to dwell on your problems. Into every life will rain, fall, brush to the storm. There's always a rainbow somewhere. So when you look at this glass. Do me a favor. Look at it half full. And here. Wow. I can see the sun in the sky. And yes, life is a bowl of cherries.